Hi guys, in this video I will show you how to use the debugger in IntelliJ. I have a basic program here that declares two variables A and B. I create a scanner object, then I prompt the user to enter A. I read in A into the variable. Then I prompt the user to enter an integer for B and I read that into the variable B. And finally I compute the sum stored in a variable named result and I output the equation. Now when I run this program, the output will look like this. I get prompted for A, I can enter an integer, 5, for example. Then I get prompted for B, I enter an integer, let's say 7, for example. And when I hit enter, I get the output 5 plus 7 equals 12. Now as your programs become larger, the debugger becomes more and more important. A debugger allows you to inspect variable values while the program is in execution. Let me show you an example. For example, anywhere on this space next to the line numbers, I can click and set a breakpoint. This is a line where the execution will pause. Now, when I right-click on the file that contains the main method that I intend to run, instead of clicking Run, I click Debug. This will now execute the program and pause at the very first breakpoint that is encountered. Now again, I get prompted for A. And this stops now and pauses here. So what I can do now is I can use these buttons to do actions with the debugger. For example, I can step over. If I click this, it steps over to the next statement. And now looking at the console, I get prompted for A. So it's still pausing here. Let's say I enter 6 and I hit enter. Now it pauses here because I said I want to step to the next line. Now what I can do here is I hover over A and I see that A holds the value 6. I can also click down here on the debugger and I see that there's a variable which holds the value 6. I have a scanner object which is defined here, and I can go back to the debugger and let's say I add another breakpoint down here. And now instead of stepping over, I want this program to keep executing. So I click the play button down here. Now it keeps running. I get prompted for B. Let's say I enter 9, hit enter. And now it stops at the next breakpoint that is encountered. When I hover over B, I get the value that's currently stored in B. This is 9. Or again, I can go to the debugger and I see I have the values 9 and 6. Now, if there's a method call, I could step into it. I could also step out of it if I'm inside the method. Stepping out means it runs to the very end of the method and then returns to the location where the method was called. In this case, I don't have any methods. I just simply have variables. Now I click to go to the next line, and now I can see down here, this line was executed. It shows me the result is 15, and it shows it down here as well. Now if I want to leave this running to the end, I simply press resume program again, and the program finishes execution until it's complete. I hope this gives you a good idea how you can use the debugger. If for any reason you want to remove a breakpoint, you can simply click it again. Thank you for watching.